Well, it took a fortnight and 3 solar eclipses, but it is official. Microsoft has announced the Elite Series 3 Pro controller, its launch date, MSRP price, as well as some key features that I want to go over right now. This is going to have 12 additional rear buttons, so double that of a Battle Beaver Custom. I'm a little bit worried about false actuations with that many buttons on the rear of the controller. I mean, you just hold the thing and you're getting false actuations up the wazoo. Speaking of the wazoo, this also does have a xylophone as well as a kazoo built on board, and you're going to have access to those instruments in single player as well as multiplayer games. You're also going to have a clutch trigger system, but unlike the clutch system in the Victrix controller, this is actually going to be controlled from a hydraulic clutch in a 55 Chevy Bel Air. So you need to go to a junkyard, make sure you connect all the wires correctly, grease the bearings and the ball joints, and you should be able to activate the triggers no problem. Battery life unfortunately has been decreased from an estimated 40 hours of playtime to 12 minutes, so it's about on par with the DualSense currently. And Microsoft is finally ditching the disposables, but instead of a rechargeable pack, you have two 12-gauge shells that you have to plug into the battery pack. In case you caught on to a little trend that I'm saying some real silly words at you right now, check the calendar, my friend. It is April 1st. Happy April Fools, my Stallions and Stallionettes. I think last year I showcased this controller right there. I did a full review like I was doing an actual controller review, but I was talking about that $7 Fisher Price toy up there. But in all seriousness, I do want to point out the fact that these gaming journalistic platforms, Gfinity Esports, Decerto, they're all still pushing these articles out about every 3 weeks or so. Xbox Elite Series 3, price predictions and more, release date speculation. So all this is real loosey-goosey. There is no official announcement from Microsoft yet, which is pretty surprising considering the original Elite came out in 2015, the Elite Series 2 came out in 2019, and the Core, which is a whore for sure, came out in 22. All have been reviewed and compared on the channel. The journalist over here at Gfinity is on whistling wankers, zippity doodads, uppers, downers, and all-arounders. We know how good Microsoft is at making controllers. Well, not in the durability department and not in many other components as well. And this is where we get the wacky. After all, it's not only the best Xbox controller. That's just silly, but a lot of these mainstream journalistic platforms are only going to test the first-party joints like the Elite and the DualSense Edge and have no idea that the third-party vast world of premium and pro controllers exist. So they're just going to say, oh yeah, the Elite Series 2, the best Xbox controller you can buy, when really it's ranked probably like 12 or 15 of the list of about 300 different models that you can get for the Xbox. If only there was a channel that reviewed, compared, and tested all of these premium and pro controllers, that'd be beneficial for everyone involved. So I stand by on the edge of my seat in eager anticipation to test, review, and diddle the sticks on this controller when I get my hands on the gamepad, but best believe this is the channel to stop by when it is officially announced, because I'm going to go over everything that Microsoft has covered about their new gamepad. Make sure you subscribe to catch that, and I'll see you Stallions and Stallionettes tomorrow with a non-jokey McJokerton funny knee-slapping review, but an actual serious, probably still silly review. If you enjoyed the video, liking it helps it to get seen by more gamers, so this information will reach and assist them as well. Much like the back of the TV, I've got plugs for all of my socials down there in the description below. And your wallet will greatly thank you if you check the description, because there are exclusive discounts on a ton of products, including controllers, KontrolFreeks, keyboards, mouse pads, clothes, and energy drinks. And keep in mind that you, the viewer, keep this channel running. The more Stallions and Stallionettes trotting around the stable, the better. So mollywop that subscribe button like it owes you money, and we'll have the same amount of fun tomorrow.